Hi, I'm Consuela Shaw, licensed mental health counselor, owner and founder of Assuage Counseling and Consulting. Today, I just want to take a few moments out to share with you a little bit about myself and how I came to be in the life of mental health. Mental health is something that I have experienced since I was a child in my family. It was something that I didn't understand what it was, and with my family member, it was mostly taboo. We didn't talk about it. We weren't able to really ask questions either. It wasn't that mental health didn't exist back then. It was simply mental health was hidden, or it was forbidden to be talked about. Some of you may recognize or identify what I'm sharing with you because you may have had the same experience. And even today, some people still have that space where it's forbidden to be talked about or it's taboo. If that person is in your household or in your family, when everyone comes around, we just pretend that it doesn't exist. Well, I want to share with you, many a times, if we continue to ignore that this is happening, we tend to deprive our loved one of getting the help that is available to them because of what we either believe, what we've been told. That goes back to traditions, training, culture. For many of us, culture says we just work through it, we deal with it, we get over it, or we simply ignore it. Well, I want to share with you, ignoring it does not fix it. It doesn't get the help that the person needs. So as I was growing up, I realized that many a times my family member would suddenly disappear. Didn't know where they went, what happened to them. And if you ask the question, they would simply say, they'll be back soon. Well, what I came to find out was my loved one was actually going to a mental health facility. So when I found that out, as I got older, I began to ask more questions. But even as a young adult asking those questions, I still never got many of the answers. You may ask, why did I choose to share this with you today? I want to share this with you because I feel had we had more education, more enlightenment, or just simply someone who believed in there is a way to help that loved one, she may not have had to go through some of the difficulties she experienced, and we may not have had to have her to be absent when it came to some family functions. I want to say for those who are there today, trust me, I can understand. I believe you when you tell me that there are certain things going on with you that you simply can't explain. And then that there are people who don't believe that you're actually having some of those things, as well as I can't even share with my family what I'm experiencing. That's why I'm here today. I chose to go into this field because I simply wanted to know, why does this happen? What causes it to happen? And most of all, what can I do about it? I chose to go to school to become a licensed mental health counselor so that I can be one of those people who venture to help some of those who feel that they're just misunderstood or no one can understand. I can't talk to anyone about it. Well, I'm here for you to talk to me. When I thought about doing Assuage, I wanted to make sure it said something to people that will let them know that there's safety, also confidentiality. Assuage simply says, bringing calm to your life storms, making some things a little bit easier, perhaps for you to talk about it. It allows you a space to share those thoughts that are going on in your head that you feel no one will understand. And sometimes it's just simply having a space to just put it all out there. Hear yourself saying it and then realizing some of those things don't even belong to you. Once we can do that, you can begin to prioritize how you handle all of those thoughts going on in your head and then be able to put them in their proper place. I'm Consuela Shaw, a licensed mental health counselor, and what I want to do is help bring calm to your life storm, give you a space to be able to talk about what no one else will listen to or what you feel no one else cares about. I want you to know I care about you, and I want you to share with me some of those things that you're going through. And what I want to do is give you some tips on how you can begin to allow yourself to work through some of those issues. There are things that people go through: anxiety, depression, grief and loss. And when we talk about grief and loss, I want you to understand grief and loss is very broad. It's not just about the death of a loved one or close friend. Grief and loss goes through many areas of life, such as that child leaving home, separation, divorce, retirement, just to name a few. And I'm here to help you work through those. What I want you to know today is mental health is real. You're not just thinking that this is not happening. It is happening. As soon as you allow yourself, number one, to identify that what you're thinking, some of those thoughts you're having are real, the next thing you want to do is reach out to me. I'm Consuela with Assuage Counseling and Consulting. You can go to www.assuagecc.com, and there on that platform, there's a space where you can go in and ask a question, and it is all confidential. Also, my number is there, 321-421-9922. You can text me a message, you can call and leave me a voicemail, and I will be sure to reach back out to you. Remember, no one can take care of you better than you, and I'm here to help you be the best you that you can be. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.